Well, Texas producers continue recovery following severe flash flooding across the Panhandle over Memorial Day weekend, resulted in the loss of thousands of feedlot cattle in the region. Founder of Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Kevin Charleston, joins us now for an update. And Kevin, you were there last week. Thank you for joining us from Hereford just last week. I'd like you to give us a little background and tell viewers why you were there, what you were doing there.
You know, our team had been there for about a week and a half last week since the flood had happened, the initial flood, Memorial Day weekend, 20 plus inches of rain in a matter of a few hours. That country had been dry for a long time. That water pushed into the feedlot pens in several different feedlots and created a situation where cattle were just trapped, nowhere to go. And it was a 500-year flood. Nobody can plan for that. It just was it said 100-year flood, I guess, but some of the conversations we were having there, they're talking about a 500-year flood, and that's nobody can plan for that. And those cattle were in a tough situation, but the feedlots are working through that.
Yeah, tough situation, as you said. But we'll talk about the claims process, how that looks at Specialty Risk Insurance when you take start to finish with a claim of this magnitude.
You know, those cattle are you get. The first thing you got to do is figure out how to handle them, and the state of Texas jumped in there and helped, and the Texas Cattle Feeders Association was on the spot and never quit helping with the local feedlots to help get those cattle put in a situation. Part of them were rendered, and part of them had to be accommodate that situation to put them somewhere. And so we figured out where that had to be based on the guidelines from the state. That's the first thing you do, and then you got to work through the next part of the process, is identifying which cattle they were and the value of them, and try and get the claim paid. And we're probably 2/3 of the way through that process, maybe 3/4 of the way through that part of the feed yards we were involved with insuring out there. So,
you know, I know that you were witness to the cooperation that was there on the ground following this disaster. As you said, the Texas Cattle Association, everybody kind of came in. Talk about that and watching how the state, how that area really came together in helping things kind of move along in their way to recovery.
You know, the Texas Cattle Feeders Association was there from day one. They organized, they had pumps pumping the water out to get them out of the pens. I think as of yesterday, they got the pumps down to a lower level, but it makes you proud to be part of agriculture when you see a community jump in there like that. Hereford was, you know, there's people from states all around. You know, there was somebody bringing lunch and dinner in every day. People weren't leaving. The Texas Cattle Feeders, they were on the phone with every state association, and when I say association, every state, anybody from a state level could help them, and national level, but everybody locally was bringing lunch. They were bringing whatever they need. Reinert Hay brought over a lot of equipment to help dig holes and move things around and excavate things, because there was a lot of debris, trash, things that need to be taken care of. That it was unbelievable. But the local community it just makes you be proud to be part of agriculture when you see everybody jump in. Nobody worried about the economic ramification in the beginning. You just jump in there and you do what you got to do to get it taken care of. It was great to see that. And, you know, now our part's to follow through and get it taken care of for them. And hopefully, right. I mean, not hopefully, but we're getting through that process on the other side of it.
I'm glad that, you know, obviously a tough time, but I'm sure they were glad that you were there. Thank you so much, Kevin, for all of the insight and the recap on this. Founder and owner of Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Kevin Charleston.